It was reported on Monday that the Cavs are looking to trade Andre Drummond, and according to the reports, Cavs GM Koby Altman discussed the move with Drummond's agent and decided together that Drummond would remain with the team but would no longer be active for games. In fact, he was in street clothes while the Cavs lost to the Warriors by 31 last night. After the game, Draymond Green took exception to what he sees as a double standard in the NBA.
I would like to talk about something that's really bothering me. And it's the treatment of players in this league. To watch Andre Drummond before the game sit on the sideline, then go to the back, and then come out in street clothes because a team is going to trade him is bull. Because when James Harden asked for a trade and essentially dogged it, I don't think there was no surprise or there's no one's going to fight back that James was dogging it his last days in Houston. But he was castrated for wanting to go to a different team, and everybody destroyed that man. And yet a team can come out and say, oh, we want to trade a guy, and then that guy is to go sit. And if he doesn't stay professional, then he's a cancer, and he's not good in someone's locker room, and he's the issue. And we've seen situations of Harrison Barnes getting pulled off the bench. DeMarcus Cousins finding out that he's traded in an interview after the All-Star game. And we continue to let this happen. But I got fined for stating my opinion of what I thought should happen with another player. But teams can come out and continue to say, oh, we're trading guys, we're not playing you. And yet we're to stay professional. At some point, as players, we need to be treated with the same respect and have the same rights that the team can have. Because as a player, you're the worst person in the world when you want a different situation. But a team can say they're trading you, and that man is to stay in shape. He is to stay professional, and if not, his career is on the line. At some point, this league has to protect the players from embarrassment like that. We talk all of this stuff about you can't do this, you can't say that publicly. If you say that publicly, you're fine. Anthony Davis got fined, I think, $100,000 or something like that for demanding a trade publicly. But you can say Andre Drummond is getting traded publicly, and we're looking to trade him publicly, and he's to stay professional and just deal with it. But then when Kyrie Irving say, oh, my mental health is off, everybody go crazy about that too. Do you not think that affects someone mentally? As much as we put into this game to be great, to come out here and be in shape, to produce for fans every single night, and most importantly, to help your team win, do you think that doesn't affect someone mentally? But as players, we're told to, no, you can't say that, you can't say this, but teams can. It goes along the same lines of when everyone wants to say, oh, man, that young guy can't figure it out. But no one wants to say the organization can't figure it out. At some point, the players must be respected in these situations, and it's ridiculous, and I'm sick of seeing it. Y'all have a great night. I'll see y'all tomorrow or Wednesday.
Always appreciate the honesty from Draymond Green. I just want to clear two things up. Cavs technically have not said anything publicly. It was a report from Adrian Wojnarowski. And the second thing, the reason Anthony Davis was fined the money was because his agent, Rich Paul, said something where we've had a lot of other people go through reporters and the like. You are someone that is constantly sticking up for the players, and I'm curious what your reaction was to his statements there.
Well, I loved it because it's real. I think organizations get a pass. Players get castrated from fans. And we could talk about the many reasons why, right? If a player decides that he wants to leave in free agent, or a player decides he don't want to be with the organization anymore for whatever reason, the fans in the city seem to take it personally. When the organization decides to make a move and do something, it's celebrated. Oh, they're doing it for the better of the team. And so for me, ownership organizations uses the media to get their messages out, right? Ain't no leaks. The leak is coming straight from the organization, right? Players can use their agent, or they have to do it themselves. And so now you get fined if Rich Paul come out and speak for Anthony Davis, or a player gets fined if he comes out and speak on it. So I definitely agree that it's a double standard. when it comes to ownership or organizations and players. And I know a lot of people out there are like, oh, you guys are getting paid a lot of money. It doesn't matter, but it does, because a lot of players and a lot of players in our league have families. And some players are told sometime, hey, you're not getting traded, then they get traded. Some players have to find out by the media. Some players I've heard stories of players finding out, been at a gas station, somebody walked up to them and said, hey, man, you just got traded to such and such. So what it boils down to me is it's no communication and it's no respect. The organizations have not looking at these players and just having respect for them and for who they are as men, for who they are as players, and having the communication with them to sit down and say, hey, listen, we're always going to do what's best for our organization, just like you as a player. Right now, we got a lot of people calling. You know what I mean? Like, we're looking to go in a different direction. Like, just have a simple conversation with a player. And hopefully, the Cavs and hopefully as well the Pistons had those conversations with Blake Griffin and his agent. If that's the way that they're going, then that's the right way to have those conversations. But in the past, it's never been that way. And players get booed when they come back, when they leave in free agency, and organizations get celebrated when they give you a video when you come back after they've traded you. So I agree with Draymond. It is definitely a double standard.
What Draymond said was 1,000% correct. No two ways about it. In the Drummond case, though, the reason why he's not playing because they don't want him to get hurt. You're trade bait. We don't want you to get hurt. Sit down. In a perfect case, it would be like dwade said, have a conversation with him, but most of the time it's not like that. And then again, when you say, I want to be traded, he was right. You're a cancer, you're a problem, you don't work hard, you don't do this, you don't do that. And it is a double standard, but it's always been a double standard. That's why when I first heard the term, there's no love in this business, I believe that, because it happened to me a couple times. One time I left, I got booed. One time I got traded by eating cereal. Next time I got traded, only guy to keep it real with me was Steve Kerr. And this was toward the end of my career. He said, Shaq, it didn't work out. Boston called about you. I said, Steve Kerr, I appreciate it.
That was the only time.
That's the only time. That's the only time. Every other time I heard it in the paper, heard it in the cereal. One time I was getting an MRI and I got traded, which is cool because I already knew it was coming. And like I'm used to it. Like there's no, like when you're hot and you can do something for them, they love you. As soon as things don't go around and they can make trades for you, because again, it's business. It's never personal, it's business. If we can get rid of this guy and get another guy and have a chance to get back to the title, I understand that because I probably would do the same thing because I'm all about business. But it is a double standard. My advice to the guys is don't take it personal. Don't ever take it personal. Handle your business. Handle what you got to handle for yourself and your family.
But you understand why it upsets them.
Yeah.
Because that's my
it
issue
should.
is I feel like fans are like, you get paid enough money, you can deal with it.
Yeah, but we do get paid a lot of money, but we get paid a lot of money because somebody's making 10 times more than what we make.
Facts.
We ain't the only people making money
No
now.
doubt.
So again, it should be, some respect. Like dwade said, in a perfect situation, hey man, I know you're a businessman, you've been great for us, but they're calling for you, this is what we want to do. I would respect organization if they did that more, but we can cry and complain all we want, it's still always going to be like that. You just have to, as a person, as a player, take care of your business how you see fit. And again, with Brian Wojnarowski talking about it,
Adrian.
well, whatever his name is, he's a guy that when he says something, most of the time it happens, and dwade is 1,000% correct. Ain't no leaks.
Yeah, it feels like fact at this point.
Exactly. There ain't no leaks. And you know what? It's true. They talked about trading him. Now he's not playing no more. So where'd the leak come from? That's my question.
I also want to say, too, these people are being isolated. And the only thing he has right now other than a hotel room is to play basketball. And so now he doesn't even have that.